All right. And we should be live. All right, let me go ahead and share the link. Do do do. All right. And we should be good. Hello there, Berghoff Gaming 2006 to Safe TF2. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. I'm gonna put on some music. There we go. Now we should be ready to go. So yeah, I've been kind of inactive for the last while, and the reason for that is because I have had a job. A job is very time consuming. But now I am at school again, which means before everything, turns up to like 11, I have more time. And one thing that I really wanted to do is I wanted to do this game jam. The Game Maker's Toolkit game jam. In my opinion, this is probably the biggest one that I've heard of, and I've always wanted to participate, and now I finally am. So yeah, this year's uh not pitch theme. This year's theme is built to scale, and the person I'm working with, we ended up coming up with an idea, built on scale. That being, we're going to have this sort of Egyptian themed scale puzzle, sort of. Essentially, you're going to be a soul in heading to the afterlife and Egyptian mythology. You're going to get stopped by Anubis. He's going to weigh your soul against a scale, against a feather, and your goal is to make your soul way heavier than a feather. Obviously, at first, that's not true. The feather is way more heavy than your soul. So what you have to do is, after Anubis gets distracted, you have to go ahead and shove as much garbage onto your side of the scale to try to make it heavier than the feather. And that's your goal before he gets back. The more stuff you carry, or the heavier the stuff you carry, it'll go ahead and make you move slower. It'll impair your movement, but it'll obviously weigh down the scale more. So that's what we're going to be doing. First things first, though, we obviously need a guy. We need a character. And for this, I'm going to be using a bean, obviously. You think I have time to model that? My partner might. My partner in the game jam. But most likely it's just going to be bean. No player character. Alright, so first let's go ahead and add some ground. Alright, so this is off. Also, I'm making this in Unity because that's what my friend is good with, and I don't want to force him to learn Godot. So let's move that maybe at... Well, let's first go ahead and put in a player. So this is going to be player. Alright, let's go ahead and reset its transform. We'll obviously want more room. Let's go ahead and set this to maybe 20. We are going to need a rigid body on this. Rigid body. All right, let's go ahead and give it. I'd say let's not screw with the mass yet. It will use gravity. Constraints. There we go. So we're going to freeze its rotation on the X and Y axis. Well, yeah, on all axes. I mean, I guess we could allow rotation on the y-axis, but I feel like that might make things more annoying. Like rather than manually turning it. Yeah. Mm. So I think what I'm going to do is, first of all, we're going to put the camera inside of the player. We're also going to reset the transform of it. Move the camera up a little bit. Yep, 0.5 looks good. Why, hello there, Kamek the Great. Yes, I am back. I have had a lot of stuff on my plate with job. Job is very time consuming, so I haven't had time to stream or really work on my own personal projects. But now that I'm at school again, I am not as busy, so I'll be able to do this probably for at least a couple of months. And today we are doing Game Jam. So I think I'm going to. Should I turn off the mesh render? Let me play. I think that there's no backface, so this should be perfectly fine. But let's make sure. Yeah, no backfacing. The reason why it's good to leave this is so you can actually see the shadow, which is obviously something I want you to be able to see. So as for movement, I guess a movement should be, like, we could attach it all to the camera. We could also just attach it to the bean, or we could attach camera movement to the camera and then attach player movement to the bean. Well, hello there, Derpy Sheep. Yes, I am streaming. I have time, finally. So I think we'll go ahead and make a script, a folder for scripts. Or actually, I'm just going to make everything related to the player into the player folder. This will involve both, obviously, the player, but also it's going to have the scripts. So I'm going to have a camera movement, or yeah, camera manager. We're also going to create a C# script. We're going to call this player manager. All right, and then obviously we're going to drag this onto here, give it a player, and then we're going to give the camera a camera manager. All right. 2 unskippable ads. Damn. So let's see. So I think camera should just be in charge of, you move your mouse, where does the mouse move to? All right, open up Visual Studio. Let it load. Please load. Don't break already. Okay, good, it loaded. Yeah. Before I do that, I'm going to add a couple of boxes just so I can actually tell if I'm moving the camera, if I'm actually moving the camera. So I'm going to create a cube. Just make a couple of cubes, you know. Very nice. Let's also give him some colors. Oh wait, no, this is a standard shader. I don't want to edit that. Um, I really don't want to make a prefab. I should be able to tell because of the lighting. I think this lighting's a little too bright. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, it is pointed the right way. Is there an intensity? Yeah, there is. Let's set that to 0.5. There we go. Can I see any of the cubes directly? I can, okay. So now we'll be able to see if we're moving. Alright, so on start, I guess I should think about, I don't really care, okay. See, on start, it shouldn't really need to do anything. On fixed, well, no, camera movement's going to be on update because that's going to be something you always want to know. Alright, so we will need a delta position. Private vector free. No, this is going to be vector 2. This is going to be cur mount mouse position. Alright. And on start, we will actually set it. Transformed up position. Wait, no, not transformed up position. Is there a mouse class? I haven't done a lot of Unity recently. No, it's probably screen then. Screen dot mouse. All right. Unity get mouse position. It's an input. Okay, that's fair. There's a scroll delta, which is interesting. I don't really care though. This should be a vector. No, it's a vector free. What? Quiet stream? Is this? It's my. Is like the music too low? Or is my headset too low? What is too quiet? Please let me know, Harry Mario. Also, thank you for still being a member. I'm sorry for not uploading that much. What's my thoughts on Waluigi times Rosalina? I don't really do shipping, so. Cursor.lockState. Cursor.lock mode. No, that's just cursor.lockState. It should be locked unless you go ahead and hit escape. There's music. Maybe the chat. The music is too low. Let me see if that's better. I've increased it to 1/3. I don't want it to be too loud because then it drowns out my voice, which is obviously not what I want. So yeah. That should be there. Let me just, what's the print statement here? Can I just do print? I thought it was like system.print. Yeah. Because that's not working. Oh, wait, did I save? I did not save. I'm dumb. I've been doing too much stuff in win forms. Like, obviously, it's... My mic is quiet. I didn't realize my mic was quiet. It's like when I speak, it goes into the yellow and red. Let me increase it then. Alright. Yeah, it's on the border of yellow and red, but it won't let me increase it anymore. Wait, can I do this? Hold up. Test. Okay, yeah, now it's going into the red. Yeah. So that should be better. Let me know if there are still problems. So yeah, now it's saying foo. So let me go ahead and make sure this is, even though my cursor is locked, I should still be getting current mouse position. Because I'll need to use this for Delta. Alright. Alright, let's see. It's just current mouse pause. Did I really put that in quotation marks? Wow. True dumb. So we're gonna say it's a vector free. It should be able to print that. The two strings should just be it in brackets. I'd say that's yummy audio. Quite yummers, as the people in the meme Discord chats will say. So yeah, even though I'm moving my mouse, it's not registering it, which is kind of a problem. Alright. I mean, it makes sense, because it's getting the screen space of my mouse position. But it is a issue, because I was expecting to be able to use that, so... And it's weird that it's not detecting it. Wait, is it detecting it? No, it's not. Yeah, even if I move the mouse around, it doesn't detect it. Alright. So that's not gonna work. Wait. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. Huh, I wonder why it's not working. Maybe it's because I don't set the dang value. Let's try that instead. Music needs to be a bit louder. Alright. I've turned it up to 0.5 then. The only reason I'm a bit worried as well about having loud music is that I might get copyright striked. Yep. Okay. So when my mouse is locked, it doesn't get it, but when my mouse is unlocked, it is able to see it. So I 100% want the mouse to be locked in place. If you don't have it locked in place, it's really, really annoying, especially with a multi-monitor display like mine. So yeah, 100% needs to be locked. But if it's locked, it's not registering it because it's locked in the center of the screen. So that is an issue. So how do I fix this? I'm surprised there's not like a mouse delta. Mouse present. Oh, that's just literally, is there one present? Let me see. Unity, detect, mouse movement when locked. Alright, input.getAxis mouse Y and X. Input.getAxis. One thing weird this semester, because I'm on the opposite side of the room, like I've always been on that side. Like I've had different types of dorms, but I've always been on like that side with my desk. But because I'm on this side, now my second monitor is over to the left, which is really funny, but it's also like screwing with my muscle memory. It says mouse X and Y. I put it in. Oh wait, no, I actually do need to put it in there. Okay. I was like, oh, I put it in quotation marks again. Yeah, of course, that's the way you're supposed to do it. Music could be 0.4, alright. I'll set it to 0.4. There we go. That's what I be talking about. Alright, so yeah, we can get input access this way. And if we're getting... This is delta. What I was going to do is I was going to use current mouse position and our new mouse position to get the delta. But if this is just delta already, in that case, we don't need to worry about this. Instead, we should put a float in here for sensitivity. Private float camera sensitivity. Alright. We also don't need to print this anymore. Yeah, I'll just call it Delta Mouse. Pause. Equals new vector 2. Yep. Then we're going to get Y. Oh boy. I just realized we're about to have to deal with quaternions. Ha ha ha. I'm not a big fan of quaternions. Oh gosh. Well... No, this is fine. We'll just have the Y turn. I live! I live! I live! Yes, X. I live. Man, it feels good to be live. This last summer has been really stressful because of all the work. But yeah, it feels nice. So what we should do is in our player manager, we're going to go ahead and make, first of all, very important, we're going to go ahead and say public static. Yes, I am the real. I go. No, I'm not AI. I'm cool. I'm not like Quebblecop or whatever the hell that guy's name was. Alright, so yeah, player. Oh wait, no, that actually was right. Player manager. We'll call it instance. We probably should also have an instance for that as well. So on start, if instance equals null, then we're going to say instance equals this. Else, we're going to go ahead and first of all destroy this. And then we're going to return. I guess, yeah, because we're probably going to have more in here, so we'll just return. The bad ending. Public static void main string args. Nope, that's Java. Yeah, I've done Java. Java's fun. I like Java, but I like C# more. Like, there's some cool stuff you can do in C#, like out statements, having tuples as your return type. You might be able to do that in Java. I don't know. I haven't used tuples in Java. I don't know if they exist or not. I learned that this summer. New game theory coming to stores near you February 16th, 2025. Why February 16th? Alright. So yeah, this should be good. While would you show your hand? I want to see how advanced this video AI has gotten. Here's hand. Hand. I can move my fingers. You like Java but also hate Java? Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, we're just going to have this. Then in our camera manager, we're going to go to, first of all, we're going to put in the same exact code. And we're going to have a public static camera manager instance. There we go. So now what we'll do is player manager dot instance. Oh wait, if the instance doesn't exist, no, this is update. In update, we can access other instances. Can you give me some Tetris chips? Go for T-spins, they're cool. That's my tip. So what we'll do is player instance. I mean, I guess we could do either one. Yeah, like nothing else is going to rotate your camera or rotate which way you're facing. So I can just say dot game object, and then we're going to say rotate, no, dot transform, dot rotate. We should be able to put in an axis. Yeah, vector free, and then the angle. Dot up. And then we will go ahead and put in the amount, which is going to be delta mouse position. He was short-lived when Harry. Me watching Waluigi analyze a random date I put for lore after I put a random date. Ah yes, Valor. My favorite. Alright, there we go. Let's see if this works. I should be able to move the camera left and right. Well, this is the actual player model, but whatever. It's basically a camera. It is not working. Hilarious. Yeah, it ain't working at all. Not sure why. Oh boy, something broke. Let's multiply this. I think this is too small. Let's multiply this by 100. With a couple of extra zeros. This will tell us if it's actually moving or not, or if it's just lying. Okay. It's not getting input. Otherwise, we'd be getting that. Should be getting input, get access. Oh, I understand why. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. I created camera sensitivity, but I never initialized it, so... Yeah! No wonder! If you multiply something by 0, of course it's going to be 0. So we need to set this to a value. We'll say, I don't know, 100. We can edit it later if it's wrong. I've learned Python recently, and I made Pi Plays Minecraft, and I was so proud of that. Nice. How many was would Waluigi wah if a Waluigi could wah was? About 2,800 per day. I don't need those C# or Java, sadly. I did a little bit of Python, but I didn't like it as much. I actually got a book for Python for my birthday. I've read a little bit, but it wasn't like an introductory thing. It was more so just, if you already know a little bit of Python, some cool exercises you can do. So somebody tells me this camera sensitivity is a little high. What do you guys think? I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. Do you guys think it's too high, or should I increase it some more? Yeah, we'll make this a public float. That way we can just edit it in instance, or actually private. Peak performance. That was one word. You can tell the rust is here. I'm kind of mad about Twilight Princess because I got close to finishing it over summer break, but I didn't finish it. I beat like the Palace of Twilight. So this is a little too high still, I think. But we can change it in here. It's in main camera. So what we should do is change camera sensitivity to maybe 50. Nope. Maybe 20. Still too high. 10. That's actually pretty good. Might be a little too fast. I do think players should be able to adjust it, but I'm not making the settings menu yet. Too bad. Maybe 5. Yeah, that feels relatively clean. Alright, cool. Now we gotta do vertical rotations. Woo! I love vertical rotations. That's a lie. Alright, so now we're gonna have player manager dot instance dot no, not that. We're gonna do game object dot transform dot rotation equals. We actually do need to. We can't do rotate with this because we're gonna need to do math f dot. Or this is a quaternion, right? Yep. Gotta love quaternions. So what we're gonna do is we're going to have to say quaternion. That's not quaternion. Dot Euler. What's the difference between Euler and rotation? Oh, that's deprecated. Okay. So Euler. Then we have a vector free. So this is going to be our. This is going to be our rotation. So game object dot transformation dot rotation dot Euler. I thought this was deprecated. Oh no, it's deprecated there. So that's going to be dot Euler angles, and then we're going to add on top of that. Yeah, we're going to add on vector free dot right times however much we went ahead and did, which will be delta mouse position dot x. No dot y, I mean, sorry. Whoopsie. So now that should work. Oh, I didn't clamp it. Whoops. So this will still break. Something seems off. I mean, it kind of works. But yeah, I forgot to clamp. Here's how to get never resting at Cody. Never learn. Lever learn? Lever learn? You're gonna learn levers? Please help. How do I do vertical rotations? Well, I'm honestly kind of cheating with the rotations because I'm rotating the capsule on the horizontal, so the capsule is actually like twisting, and then I'm only moving the camera up and down essentially. Instead of like rotating the camera fully around, I'm just moving it up and down. So I'm kind of cheating with that. That's how you program. That's how you do it. So what I need to do now is I need to say, we need to do a math.clamp. Ah, wait. Yeah, in that case, we're gonna need to do a new vector free. And here we're going to have two things, which is going to be this, Euler angles, dot x, dot y, dot z. And now here we're going to go to x again. There we go. And how much do we need to clamp it by? We look at the camera. Right now it's at rotation 0. We should be able to clamp it to 90 and negative 90. Maybe. Depends if that's the real numbers or not. Oh, we don't even need right here. One v Tetris right now. So yeah, we're going to do mathf.clamp. So that's our value. Now we need to go ahead and get the minimum value, which is going to be negative 90. The maximum value is going to be 90. Sorry about that. All right, let's see how this looks. Did I save? Yeah, I did. Okay. So as soon as it goes... Ah. Wait, what? As soon as it goes below... No, that was someone calling me. That was an alarm. So right now I have a rotation of 90. So it sets me to 90 when I go there, which tells me I'm probably... It's actually probably not setting my rotation to -1. It's probably going like this. When I'm 0 or below 0, or 0 or above 0, which is actually down because quaternions, Euler angles. Anyway, so when I'm facing down like this, I'm in a value from 0 to 90. What I was expecting to happen was I was going to go below. When I go up, it'll go ahead and set my value to like -1 to -90. Okay, and that would work. But it doesn't do that. Instead, what I'm guessing happens is it immediately sets my value to 360. Which, because 360 is greater than 90, the clamp immediately clamps it back down. This, of course, is really annoying. But we can fix this. So essentially what we need to do is... So this means our rotation's always it's always going to be in a range from 0 to 90 or 270 to 360. So I'm just going to make a float new y equals, and then we're just going to do this. All right. 5-minute coding venture. Yeah, basically. So now we need to say if new y is greater than 90 and it is less, and new y is less than 360 or than 270, this means it's in the bad range. At this point, our camera is no longer pointing like this to here to here. It's pointing to here, which not good. Camera should not be doing that. In which case, we need to snap it to its closest point. Well, actually not necessarily. Because if we know where it was, that means we can set where it will go. So if we know it's like this, if they try to rotate it so far back that it flips back around, they shouldn't immediately snap from here to here. They should snap from here to here. They should stay here. But that's really hard to do because if they go ahead and immediately swipe down and make it so it goes from here to here, like that, like where it does an actual rotation instead of going backwards, if they do this, that should work. Well, yeah, the answer is actually a lot easier than I was expecting. I'm being dumb. All we have to do is actually say, is delta mouse position positive or negative? And then we know which way they're moving the mouse. So is greater than 0. So if it's positive, well, I guess first of all, if it's equal to 0, then we know we don't move. So we can just put that in as an edge case. So if equals 0, then we can just ignore. Then we don't need to do any mouse clamping. Oh, I need to say .x. Hold on a second. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna drink some water. All right. Good water. All right, so if our delta mouse position, so if we're going up, that means we're actually tilting our mouse down. Well, first of all, I think I should actually adjust this. This should be negative. But we can do that there. So if it is greater than 0, if new y is greater than... No, this is fine. Because this will be its real angle, not its fake angle. So if it's so if our new position is greater than 90, new y equals 90. So then we can say else if new y is less than 270. Oh, wait. You beat Shellis in Tetris? Nice. Good job. So now we need to say there's an issue. Because if you're looking down, or if you're looking up, you have a view that's upwards. That's at like 290. So if you ever move the mouse where you look even more, if you look slightly downwards, then that will count as moving up, which inherently it messes the whole thing up. Because then it'll immediately snap to 90. So I guess there's 4 scenarios we really need to keep track of. Scenario 1 is we are from 0 to 90 and the mouse moves up. We need to say we're 0 to 90 and the mouse moves down. We're in 270 to 360 and the mouse moves up. And we're in 270 through 360 and the mouse moves down. We need to keep track of each of those unique scenarios. Now, if the mouse isn't moving, we don't care. In that case, it's not moving at all in the first place, so it doesn't matter. So if we're like this, and a mouse position keeps on going down, or up, I guess we shouldn't be using new Y. We should be using this. I'm just going to say old Y. Think smarter, not harder. You lost again? Oh well. There's always next time. Alright, so I'd say and old Y is less than 90. And new Y is greater than 90. Well, no, if it's less than, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we don't care if it's going up. If we're in here and new Y goes down, which moves the camera up, if we rotate upwards from here, we don't care. Any value's fine. Well, not necessarily. Because if we move all the way up, well, that's just a matter of movement. So there's actually 8 positions that we need to be worried about. Old Y is less than 90, so it's still the lower quadrant. And new Y is greater than 90, or less than 90, or less than 0. No. Like, if we are in the lower quadrant, we are looking down. Well, at this point, we're increasing x. We know we're increasing x, which means we're looking further down. So we never have to worry about that. Yeah, so that's fine. Which means we can move on to the next scenario, which is if this is, so we're moving down while in the upper quadrant. And old y is greater than 2. It's greater than 90. Or I should say it's greater than 270. So at this point, we know it's moving down. We know that is increasing towards 360. Oh, but new y is going to be correct, because that's just adding it. Well, we don't care if it's greater than 360, because that's just meaning it's going down below here. We care about it being 360 plus 90. What's 360 plus 90? 450. So if it's greater than 450, then we care. Then we can say new y equals, also why does this off center or out of line? So at this point, we know that new y is going to be, it should be set to 90. So now we put in this series. Now because it's increasing, we don't care. So we don't care about a less than here. So what we care about is, also this shouldn't be less than 90, this should be less than or equal to 90, and this should be greater than or equal to 90. These can stay as that. Okay. So now these should be less than. So if this is less than or equal to 90, so we're in the lower quadrant, delta mouse position is going up, or it's going down, so we're moving the camera up. At this point, if it is, we're going to be going into the negative values. So if we are less than negative 90, then we should be setting, also I can, since we're just setting one value, we can switch these out to simple version. We don't need the brackets. So new y equals negative 90 or 270. Oh, this should be else if. Whoopsie. Oh, is this complaining because, yeah. Yeah, it's mad because this is just a comment. I see. It's like, what do you mean? There's nothing here. Else cannot syntax. So yeah, we can just solve this by doing this. I'll put the comment inside of here. Because I do want the comment. I'm getting better at writing code cleanly. So yeah, now we have else if delta mouse position is the x is less than 0 and old y is greater than or equal to 270. Come on. And so we're decreasing the value. So if this goes from 270, which is like here, 270 to 360. No, we're at 270 and it decreases. So yeah, if it's less than 270. So yeah, if it's less than 270, then we're going to go ahead and just say new y equals 270. Wait. But here I said if it's less than 0 and old y. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. It's really calling this like new cam rotation. Cam rot 1. New. Cam rot old. There we go. I did save it. And it is not working. It's still clipping me, and I don't know why. Also, it seems like the sensitivity for this is way higher. All right. In that case, let's just see. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, there's still this clamp thing in. That might have actually been doing it. I think that's what it was. Let me put this back in. Because I think that was actually what was doing it. Alright. Hopefully this works. What the hell is going on? So that's at negative 170 right now, which shouldn't be possible. From negative 90. Yeah. So I'm moving the mouse down. It's trying to go past 90. But if I move it up, it allows it to go past 90. What the heck? Yeah, rotations. These are rotations, all right. I mean, we can have a normal camera sometimes. It's like if I go to the top and then I move my mouse down, it just flips around sometimes, and I'm not sure why. Hmm. Yeah, that is weird. That is most certainly weird. Let me just remove all this. I'm gonna do this just so I don't have to do this all the time. Let me go ahead and do this. It's still keeping me here. Oh, did I not save? I probably didn't save. I did save. Okay. That means this is extremely weird. What the hell? Alright. I mean, by all accounts, this shouldn't be stopping anything. So I'm at rotation negative 120, I'm at 150. So I'm at 10. I go to negative. It is setting it to negative. What the heck? So it is going to negative, but it's not going above negative 90. Why is it not going above negative 90? Well, it can go above negative 90 sometimes. So it's at 90, goes up, goes to negatives, goes to negative 90. Hold up. Why is the Y and Z portions changing? It shouldn't be. These should always be set to 0. Because I'm not rotating those, I'm only rotating that camera. The X portion of the camera rotation. So those shouldn't be changing. But why am I not able to... What the... What the hell? Why is moving the mouse on this not changing anything? What the hell is going on? Instance GameObject.transform.rotate transform.up delta mouse X. Oh, wait. This would be using Y. It is using Y, though. You beat Anami 7 more consecutive times. Dang. Shellos, you gotta put in some time. You gotta get better than Harry Mario. Okay, but this is extremely weird. I have the camera selected. And it's saying that I'm going... It's... Like, why is it changing Y and Z? Those rotations should always be set to 0. Every update frame, they should be set to 0. But they're not being set to 0. Not only that, I'm not able to move the camera left and right anymore for some reason. What the hell? Like, is it because I'm a child of this and this is rotating? That actually might be it. Oh, it might be local rotation. Let's see. If I go here, I go here. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. The reason the camera's not moving on the x-axis is because it's the um this is setting its global rotation. Wait, I didn't save. Save. Now we should be able to rotate correctly. Not on the y-axis, though. Y-axis is still broken as hell. Okay, yeah, this sensitivity is way too high. Oh, I'm stupid. No wonder it's too high. Because I set it as 100 in here, and then I never changed it in the actual thing. I changed it in edit mode. Oh, why is it so high? Huh, I wonder. For some reason, I can't go this way, and I can't go that way. I don't know what is stopping me. I commented out all the code that should be doing this, but it's working, so like, what the hell? Why can I not go below this? Like, I'm happy that it works. It's jittery as heck, but it works. But why? What? Is it that? No, because it's setting it to 94. What the hell? I have no idea why this is working. I'm going to be completely honest. I have absolutely no idea why this is actually working. Because, like, I'm able to go here, sure. Okay, it has actually negative values now. But I'm sometimes able to get up to, like, 90-something value. What the hell? Like, you can see that I got up to, like, 97 there. I have no idea why this is working. It should not be working. Like, I'm doing camera rotation old, game object.transform.rotation Euler angles.x. Then I'm adding its fast rotation to whatever my movement my mouse is. Let's just see what this does again. Nope, still does this. Still does this. Is it not commenting it out my code when I do this? I doubt it. Like there's no way it's ignoring it, right? Like if I were to do this, um, it wouldn't print it out, right? There's no way it would. There's no way it would, right? It's not seeing this code, right? Yeah, it is commented out. So then why is it... What? What the hell is going on? I legitimately do not understand what the hell is going on. How was it able to convert this correctly? Kind of. Oh, wait. This is using delta mouse.x. Should be using delta mouse position.y. And it works. We have ourselves a movable camera. Yippee-ki-yay. Next up is moving. Hooray. If I look in input, there should be a thing for project settings. Yeah. Then there should be a thing for input. Where is input? Input manager. Yeah, it's just horizontal. So, I think I should have a base speed. Alright, so I do want to slow the character down when you're holding an object. So the question is, how much should I slow them down? I think there should be a minimum speed, and there should be a maximum speed. And then I can make it so if you get something, it'll go ahead and give you that. It'll decrease your speed. So I'm going to make a serialized field. I'm going to say private float max speed. All right. Min speed. And that's going to be put on objects. And so we're going to say just translate. Wait, this was UI, wasn't it? Yeah, UI elements. So we need to do transform.translate. So we're going to say float speed. Right now we're just going to say max speed. But we will change this later once we add in objects. All right. So we're going to say translate on the X. This is a local translate, right? Let's just say forward for now, which is going to be 0, 0, 1, or speed. I just want to make sure this is actually moving you forward, opposed to moving you in the Z direction. I didn't save, did I? No, I did. Oh, I never set a speed, though. So let's say our max speed is, I don't know, 20. And say our minimum speed is 5. It appears that it worked. I have no idea how quickly that worked, so we're going to go ahead and just do this. So something tells me having a speed of 20 is a little fast. Yeah, let's decrease that a tad, you know, just a little bit. I don't know, maybe like by a lot. Maybe we'll make that like 1 and at 0.25. Whoa. Oh yeah, I'm under the influence of gravity, so yeah. That is fast though. Why am I? Oh, that's why. I see. I see. I see. Um, yeah, it should probably be under the influence of delta time. So yeah, because I wasn't multiplying by delta time, it was moving me like 10 every frame, which is it's a little bit higher than I would have wanted. And yeah, camera sensitivity is screwed up now too. So let's first change our camera sensitivity to like, oh, I don't know, 100 again. The good news is it seems like it worked for, it does seem like translate is really translate. So that's good. So let's go ahead and change our camera sensitivity to maybe 1000. Feels better. Could be a little bit higher, I think. Let's try 2000. We can also increase our player speed to maybe like 20 again, and this to 5. In fact, it might be better if it's even higher. Yeah, it feels like a pretty good base speed. So now let's go ahead and actually tie this to each of the things. Or first I'm going to go ahead and put this on here instead. And now we're going to go ahead and say this is, we're going to be moving on the Z by however much you're using the vertical axis. So input dot axis vertical. And then we're going to multiply this by speed. Then we're going to do the same thing, but for horizontal on the X. This will mean that you can use strafing in order to move faster. But I think if you're strafing, that's something that you have to learn how to do. So you should be rewarded for learning how to strafe. Well, would you look at that? We got a moving character. Hooray! That's so cool. So next up, I think we have jumping next. I do have, thankfully, gravity already. Because, you know, it's Unity. Might want to bump that up, though. But we can do that in a second. Let's go ahead and add in jumping. So we're going to have void fixed update. And here we're just going to say if... actually, no. This isn't going to be a fixed update. This is going to be a regular update. I don't want my jumps to get eaten. So if input dot get key down key code dot space, then we're going to say rigid body. I guess we can put that up here. Private rigid body. There should only be one rigid body, so I'm just going to get it here. Then start, we're going to say rigid body. Let's get component, rigid body, yep. Rigid body. Just like how we have a max speed, we're also going to have a max jump height. Right. Private. Float. Max jump height. All right, cool. So we're going to say dot force. Yep, add explosion force. Actually, this should be a force. Dot add force. And we can just change the type of force. Vector up times float jump height equals, we're just going to say max jump height for now. And then we can go ahead and so yeah, by jump height. Then we need to say force mode is impulse. There we go. Now we should be able to jump. We do need to actually set the variables in Unity this time. Don't screw it up like every other time. So we'll say, I don't know, 100 for that, and then we'll maybe like 50 for that. Yo, welcome to the stream, K Developer. Glad you can make it. Thank you for joining us. Didn't know I was a game dev? Yeah, I've already made a few games like Pom Poko 3D, and I've done a bunch of other game jams. Recently, I just made the beta of Put a Spin on It, a multiplayer game. Yeah, thank you for joining us. Have a good one. If you decide to stick around, welcome then. I think that jump height might be a little too high. I don't know. What do you guys think? A little too high? Kind of reminds me of the Morpheal Arena. Wait, is this the Morpheal boss theme? Ah, I clipped through the floor. Let's change our collision type to continuous, because that should probably be continuous. Let's see if we still clip through it. Changing our collision type to continuous should go ahead and fix the issue. I'm so high up. Whee! Yep, we're good. So now let's go ahead and decrease the jump height a tad. Actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and change gravity a little bit. We should be able to go to properties, project settings, I mean, physics. Where is gravity? Gravity is 9.8, negative 9.8. Let's make it a little bit higher, maybe like negative 20. Let's change our jump height to maybe 50 and 10. That's still really high. Let's change this to maybe 10. And this to maybe like 2. 2 is probably way too low, but we'll experiment with that. That ain't bad, actually. This does have collision. Or something. I'm still able to like clip through it, it looks like. Do the cubes have rigid bodies? No, they have box colliders. Let me try continuous dynamic. I can't tell if I'm actually clipping into it or not. Let me look up if there's a better way to stop clipping. Stop clipping. Let me add a rigid body to these. Let's go ahead and make it turn off use gravity, turn on is kinematic. Nope, I'm still able to clip into it. Let's turn on continuous for V's. Did not work. I did turn Vis to like continuous dynamic. Like, I should not be able to go directly through a block. Like, as far as I can tell, I went right through that. Which is not right. Oh, yeah. I see. I'm dumb. The reason why it was screwing up was because I was using I'm literally doing translates instead of doing move positions with the rigid body. So it's moving it and then it's correcting it with the rigid body, which is why it's this weird clipping thing. And why if I'm moving fast enough I can still clip right through it. Duh. Yeah, that's my bad. My B. That my B. So this is actually really easy to fix. First of all, I can turn off continuous for V's probably. I think I only need continuous um, on the other thing, on the capsule. And now instead of translate, we should do move position. New vector free. There we go. But yeah, that was dumb. I should have realized that. Huh, I'm translating the character, not using rigid body. Why am I able to clip through objects? So, yeah, that's another issue I'm gonna have to fix. Why, what? I'm still falling due to gravity, but why am I so slow? Moves a rigid body and compiles, applies. Alright, I think it's because I was doing this. Let's see. This is what the Unity docs say. Okay, but this is in world space. It's in world space. God damn it. Um. Is there an easier way, or do I have to do trigonometry? I mean, I should be able to use... Why can't I use velocity? Let me just... Can I just use velocity? I do want to keep the Y, otherwise it won't work. Alright, it is not working very well. It should have the ability to... It's not being constrained that way, so it should be able to do that. Let's increase our max speed. It might just be that. Let's see. Does this work? Kind of. One issue, it's still doing the stupid thing. It's not able to clip anymore, which is good. But what I do need to do is two things. One, I need to move this over to fixed update. That way I'm not clipping so often. Secondly, I need to go ahead and I will have to do the trigonometry. Damn it. You know what this is? This is what ChatGPT is for, to write a basic rotation vector modifier. write a method that takes in a vector2 and a float. Alright, thank you, ChatGPT. Sorry, I do not feel like writing a vector modifier like this. Alright, apply rotation. I've done rotation matrices in the past. I just don't really remember them that well. Alright, so we're just going to take Well, hello there, Travis Makes Games. Glad you can make it. Thank you for joining us. As you can see, I am making a game for the GMT Game Jam. I'll probably continue to stream for the next few hours. Maybe. I might try to grab dinner a little earlier and then come back and stream some more. I don't know. So now we should have this in play. So now, hopefully this will work. Alright, so this is working. If I rotate my camera this way, it is not working. So it screwed up some part of the angle matrix, the rotation matrix. What's it about? The theme of the game jam is scale. What was the actual? It wasn't just scale. It was built to scale. So what I'm doing with my friend is I'm making a game called Built on Scale, and it's going to be about basically you're being judged by Anubis for the afterlife. So your soul is put on a scale with a feather, and the feather wins. Feather's heavier. So what you have to do while Anubis gets distracted for a moment, for like 2 minutes, is you have to go ahead and find as much stuff around the level as you can, and put it onto your side of a scale to lower it down to make it heavier than the feather. Also, I'm gonna make beating. I think making the game easy is the best way to go, but I'm going to make it so there's a competitive leaderboard. So that way, your goal will actually be to get the best, get the heaviest scale. Alright, so how did it screw up the rotation matrix? Alright, let's look up rotation matrix. 2D rotation matrix. Let's see, how is it? QY, cosine, sine, theta. So it's cosine, theta. minus sine theta. Then you have horizontal. It might be this. Since we have a QY, I think it might be this. Also, I think we need to decrease our speed a little bit. Oh gosh, why is my speed so high? Yeah. Maybe 150. Actually, I'm just going to set these to 0 for now. I don't know what my minimums should be, but we'll have to test it out once we get the base controls in. I'm also making a game for the game, but in 2D. Oh, nice. All right. This is working. Left works. Right works. Yeah, I was going to use Godot, but my friend knows Unity, and I don't want to make them learn Godot for a game jam. I am a little sad because Godot 4.3 just came out, and I want to use it. But hey, I'll be able to use it when I start doing Skeletor again, because that's coming up. Yeah, 100 is too slow, so maybe 1,000. Soul's heavier than a feather. Oh, heavy soul is bad? I wasn't sure if it was or not. In that case, you'll have to probably put it onto the feather side. I didn't look it up. Something told me it was. I just thought it was. That you wanted a heavy soul. But if that's how the myth goes, then yeah, I am gonna. I will change that. I'm gonna let my group member know. Thank you for pointing that out, by the way. I appreciate that. Want to team up when you get into Godot? Maybe. I typically like teaming up with people in person though, so I don't know if I would do like a game jam online. I actually think I did do one game jam online with people, and that was with when I made Melancholy, which wasn't a good game. I didn't have time to really work on it. Wait, is this a Pedro spot? No. So you kind of get wedged when you have this. Like if I'm moving into this, I need a better way of doing this. I guess there's that. All right, so I have an interesting idea on how to get not stuck on walls. Actually, do I get stuck on a wall if I'm like running against it and I brush up beside it? Kind of. It does lose you speed, but I think that's fine. I still want to be able to jump off of a wall, though. But like right now, if I jump, I don't do that. So I think what I can do is, if I jump, I go ahead and do a sphere cast. Physics dot sphere cast. Does sphere cast get the closest one? Because I only care about the closest thing. Oh wait, sphere cast isn't the right thing. Sphere cast is like it has a sphere that moves. Overlap sphere. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. This returns a bunch of colliders. So overlap sphere, and we need the position, which is going to be transformed opposition. Now, how big of a sphere do we want? Probably not that big. So 3D object, sphere. All right, anyway, so sphere. I'm going to go ahead and reset. So I think it should maybe be like 1.2, maybe 1.1. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't need to be big. So yeah, position. And is this 1.1 or 1.2? 1.1. I can set it to 1.2. Yeah, give it a little bit of leeway. It won't be able to detect things like stairs, but I don't care. Stairs I'm going to have my own way of dealing with. So yeah, 1.2 will work. Float radius, that's going to be 1.2, I think. Actually, was 1.2 its radius or was it its thing? Where's my grid? There it is. So each of these should be 1. So yeah, its radius is actually 0.5. So that means we should have a radius of 0.6. Do I need anything else here for an overlap sphere? Radius, layer mask, I don't care about that. Query interaction. Yeah, we should be good with this. So now what we need to do is we need to say if hits. First of all, I'm going to have a thing. I'm going to have a vector free. I'm going to call this jump vector. This is going to equal vector free.up. If hits, or actually I can just say for each. Hit in hits. If hit dot game object equals this, then continue. Otherwise, we're going to want to get the distance. Oh wait, this is only colliders. It's not a raycast hit. That's actually a problem. I was thinking I could use a raycast hit here. Let me see if anyone else has solved this problem. Unity wall scraping. Okay. Looks like what I don't actually need to do this. What I'm seeing is they're recommending add just a frictionless material to make flare. Let's go ahead and make a physics material. There we go. We'll call this slip. Actually, we'll just call it player. We can actually have spaces. Alright, nice. Oh, I'm in this mode. Go to back to perspective. Did it add it to it? Here, we should be able to do it like this. There we go. And now we can go ahead and say dynamic friction is 0. Static friction is 0. What if I just... Okay, this is dumb, but I want to see. What happens if I just set the rigid body at velocity? Would this work? Like, I'll probably have to tweak the values, but... Nope. Still can't jump when running against a wall. Huh. Okay, so how do we fix this issue? Do we even fix the issue? Probably. What's the best way to get this? I'm thinking... Like, the issue of this is it just gives me colliders. What I need to do is I need a raycast hit. That way I can get, like, the most... closest collider to point. Oh, okay. This actually could work then. Collider array. Oh. So my min vector is going to be infinity, basically. I'll just set it to... Well, first of all, if I don't have any hits... First of all, I want to see if your thing is equal to 1. If hits.length equal to 1. Wait, what? Why? What's... Oh, this is equal. If it's equal to 1 and hits 0, that game object equal this. In this case, you're not hitting something, so just continue. All right. So if I've hit something, if I've hit something, well, if you're hitting multiple objects, I don't think it actually matters. Yeah, if you hit multiple objects, it just needs to send you in a direction. If you're in a corner and you're holding into a corner, I don't care. Get stuck, in my opinion. Actually, no, I can just add it. So I can just say plus equals hit dot closest point. So we're looking for the closest point, which is going to be to this, which is going to be a transform. So that'll give me its position, which then I need to add to my current position. No, then I need to subtract from my current position. So if origin is at 0, I am at 1, point is at 2, I should be jumping -1. So that means to the jump vector, I should be adding whatever the point is. Let's just see what this does. I'm curious. What the hell? I have no idea what happened there. Why is my jump height so small now? It wasn't that small when I started the game. Yeah, you can see it's this high. Yeah, this is moving me to the side. What the hell? If collider hits, transform the position. If hit is this, continue. Jump vector plus equal hit closest point. No, I'm just gonna do this. I have no idea what's causing this. So hit shot length is 1. This it does this. Print jump vector. Let's see what this does. Please? Okay. So we have 1, okay. Then we have 0.89, 1, 0.46. Now it's 0.79. If I go way over here, it's still 1. What am I hitting? Let me look for all collisions. So let's go ahead and for each. I should actually just put this in here. Alright, let's try this. Let's do this one more time. So player, that's what I was expecting. Wait, what? If it was the player and that was it, it shouldn't be running it in the first place. What? Huh. It's hitting the player. I guess that should add stuff. What? 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 What the hell? Like, I'm literally doing this specific check. If hit.gameObject equal... Oh! I see. I was saying hit.gameObject equals this, and when I say this, it means This, as in this player manager, which is a script, which doesn't have a physical presence. I thought it was... Duh. Actually, I can just say game object. This is redundant. Okay. Yeah, that explains it. Me being stupid again. 'Tis the life of a programmer. Cool. We can get rid of this now, I think. Actually, no, let's keep it. Transform that position. Yeah, because I want to see where this is actually hitting. Like, is it considering the distance between this position and this position? Or is it, like, the world position of where it hit? So right now, I am on the z-axis. I'm at, like, 7. Or the block is at, like, 7. So yeah, at -10, 7.75. So that's the position of the cube. That is the world position. So that means we need to calculate from the world position. So we have the position of the cube. We have the position of... I can delete this now, actually. Now I can. So this right here is going to be like a world position. This is going to be like, well, yeah. So we're going to want to subtract from this transformed position. Now we have its position relative to us. So if a cube is 1 unit in front of us, now we have this as 1. And now we just have to say negative. Which we can do by just doing it the other way around. Because we want to go backwards because of this. So yeah, now we're going to say, okay, I'm at 1, the cube is at 2. 1 minus 2 is -1. And then we normalize it. So yeah. That should be good. And what's cool about this approach is if we have 2 cubes next to each other, this should go ahead and do that. Oh, but of course, yeah. It's screwing with my velocity. So, because in the fixed update I have it set my velocity to this, I need to interpolate it. Or dampen it or something. In order to do that, we're going to go ahead and... I guess we could just switch this back to move X. Can't we? Move position. Can't we just do this? Now we don't need to worry about it as much. Oh, move position is based off of that. Yeah, I forgot about that. My bad. It's fun to be programming a game again. See, a little bit too much caffeine. Did I clip through? I think I clipped through. So let's go ahead and, oh, I don't know, decrease that a little bit. Decrease our speed a tiny bit, you know. Maybe to 100. Even that's still too fast, I think. Like, I'm still able to clip through walls. Which shouldn't be happening because I have the frickin' continuous on, but what are you gonna do? So let's set speed to like 10. I clipped through the wall. I clipped through the floor again. Why is jumping so weird now? Why? Because it should just be doing... Oh. Yeah, that'll do it. So that explains that. Alright, let's try this again. And these are back to being partially solid. Gosh darn it. Let's just add a force. Yeah, as expected, I'm not adding enough force. So let's add maybe 1,000. Let's see if that's enough. Why am I increasing in speed? Oh gosh. What the hell? Oh, because it's transformed opposition. I see. Ah, yeah, let's try this new thing and keep all of my previous variables. Why am I exploding? No shit. Not enough force, probably. I should probably change the interpolation mode. Maybe. A 1,000 is actually kind of good. Let's increase it more though. You slide when you have this. Oh gosh. It's like you're on ice. I actually do think the player should be slidey, just so that way it's more fun. If you have if you can get a lot of speed, it makes the game more fun in my opinion. Can I collide with objects though? That's the real question. I can collide with them and I do stay up. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my god, it's so hard to control. I need to give the player a lot of friction if I'm gonna do this. But yeah, they collide with objects just fine. So let's go ahead and, first of all, I can get rid of this jump thing now. The print statement. Neato, alright. So now what I think we should do is we should make a player material. Player should have a lot of friction. Create physics material. Player physics material. So we're going to go ahead and give it to you, buddy. Yep. And then we're going to go ahead and increase that to maybe, oh, I don't know. So dynamic friction. This should be pretty high, I think. Static friction should be low, like 0.2. Dynamic friction should be high, like 0.8. That way, if you go ahead and, like, it's really easy for me to get going. But I should also stop really quickly. Actually, let me get rid of just static friction altogether. If I go ahead and jump on the cube, it does work now. Let's increase this to like 100 or like 10. Now let's go ahead and increase the amount of force that I add onto my player. Oh wait, I'm in play mode. It's not going to accept all my changes, is it? Wait, I think it did. It did actually save it. Because that was a saved thing, yeah. So for this, I should go ahead and... let's bump this up to like 10,000. Let's make it even faster. Let's give you some drag. So yeah, you stop pretty quickly. Don't tell me I can clip through objects again. Oh, because I have drag. It's killing my jump height. I do want to increase my mass, though. You should be able to, like, topple through bricks and stuff. So because I increased my mass, I need to also increase how much my jump height is. So maybe like 100. Yeah. Yeah, since you move so fast. you accelerate really fast in the air, which I think is fine, but like not to this degree. Yeah, I don't know where I am. But yeah. Um, hmm. What ways can I add um, this? Right now I'm just adding force like this. So force mode dot velocity change? Let's give it a shot. That sounds cool. I'm gonna turn down the speed to like 100. I am moving little by little. Now I want to affect max speed. Shoot! That was a little bit too much max speed. I would say it's going from 0 to 100, but that was like from 100 to 10,000. Even that's way too fast. How am I so fast? Oh, it's probably because of my physics material. Yeah. I'm gonna delete this physics material. I've screwed with too much stuff. Let's switch that down. It's actually not bad, but I need dampening. I need more friction in this. If you aren't pressing anything, it should be slowing you down. If a magnitude is less than 0.0, less than point like 2, then I think we should say our friction is higher. We'll get the collider. Then we're going to say collider, the player collider dot physics material. Can't you state it? Can't you specify what physics material it has? It's just material. Material equals new do this. And now what we can do is we can dynamically change it. Let's try this. So now if you aren't holding anything, create dynamic material because of behavior constructor. Okay. It doesn't like this being here. So I can just say player physics material equals this. And now we're all good. Now it'll stop yelling at me. It better stop yelling at me. I don't want it to yell at me anymore. Let's try this. I feel like you should accelerate a little bit faster, but should have a lower top speed. So I'm gonna go ahead and increase this to like 2. Let's actually just make these things. So I'm gonna say synchronous field. Private float stop friction and not stop speed, but close. So this will be like move friction. There we go. Oh wait, actually I need to still do this. Cool. All right, so starting off with stop friction, this should probably be pretty high. Let's try 10 and 1. Why can't I not jump? Jump height equals max jump height. What's my jump height right now? Right now I'm getting a little distracted because of the camera. I think I need to put this in fixed update. This should smooth out the camera a little bit. It absolutely did not do that. It did, no. It did the opposite. That was not a very good camera. I could just put it as a hard cap. Yeah, that'd probably be smart. Have a max speed. Alright, I think this will help. So now I just need to set a max velocity. Yeah, this needs to be separate from the I have to do this. I have to first remove the y-axis, and then I have to um, re-add it back into the normalized version. Or not normalized, but you know what I mean. All right, new vector 2. So now what we can say is if top-down velocity then what we're going to do is top-down velocity equals, I'm going to do this as well. Thanks for doing that. I didn't want you to do that, but okay. Thanks for doing that. Top-down velocity equals top-down velocity dot normalized times max velocity. So now we're going to say that this is actually going to be new vector free top-down velocity dot x, and then we're going to have y. No, player rigid body velocity, and then we're going to have dot y. Whoops, and then we're going to have top-down velocity dot y. Okay. Now that should cut out the y-axis, so you don't jump. It's like, oh, well, your velocity's too high. Why did I spawn all the way over there? Hold on. Alright, I have no idea what happened there. It's actually not bad. And wow, you can actually get some pretty good lines. I actually really like this. Like, you can turn on a dime in this, which is actually really nice. I actually really like that. Let's increase the jump height a little bit, I think. Actually, first, let's go ahead and turn off is kinematic for this. So now I can actually start running into it. This should be the one that's like right behind me. God damn, what the hell? Did I turn off use gravity or something? I actually did, okay. Yeah, that's fair. Because that means it wasn't actually hitting the ground, which means, yeah, it wouldn't lose any friction. I like that. Like, bam! Just slam into the block and it just tumbles. Like, you can see it, right? You can see how you just have a ton of blocks just covering a way in, just a secret passage, and you just slam through it. You Wario your ass through there. I can, I think you can, like, I have a vision here. Just to prove my point, I'm going to go ahead and delete these, and I'm going to go ahead and just, we're going to go ahead and move this, no, move this here. All right, we're going to go ahead and do this. Bam! Yeah. Oh, the vision is here. And obviously we'll be able to pick these up as well. Just bam! Right through it. I have to wonder how... Like, if I hit these, if I, like, run into them, I don't know how I'm going to do that. I think gravity should be a bit stronger. And I should increase my jump height to compensate. Just so that way your jumps are snappier. So it's, instead of being like, wee, it's instead more like, bam! Psh. Let's increase gravity. Maybe like -30. Let's see how that feels. Bam! And it's nice because you can make some really nice lines with this. I think this is actually really... I might actually reuse this for Skeletor, to be honest. Because this is, like, nice. Just that... It's not too loose where you, like, when you stop moving, it just slides. But it's not also just instantaneous stop. It's not just snapping to position. It has that sort of... where you still move a little bit, but it doesn't have all that power. And you still have, like, air control. It's actually really... This is actually a really nice control. And I know I'm sort of patting myself on the back, but I'm really happy with this. I'm excited for what I can do with it. Alright, let's increase our jump height a little bit. We don't need to increase it a ton. But I'm thinking like 150 maybe? Bam! Yeah. Maybe I should make gravity dependent on height. I don't know. Because, like, if you get a double jump... Also, I still have this in here where you'll bounce away from blocks that you get too close to, which I think is fine. Alright. So yeah, what's next? Let's stop the player from double jumping. Yeah. So whenever you hit jump, we should do a check for ground. Private void check for no bool on ground. I'm gonna say grounded. Is grounded probably sounds better. Actually, I think I'm gonna wait till after dinner to do this. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end stream for now. It's been 3 hours. So yeah, with that, I'd like to say I'll probably be back later. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next